guys, welcome back to another stitch with me. This is a bit later than I would normally upload. I normally would have done it yesterday, but I got so sidetracked with my stitching. I've got an extra stitch there. Yeah, that I totally forgot, and it was like 4 o'clock last night when I realised, and I got to do tea, and so yeah, yesterday was just a great stitching day. If I knock you, I do apologise. I try not to. Ow. So how have all of you been? I hope you're all still, I keep whacking my fingers. I hope you're all still safe, well. Restrictions are starting to lift a bit more now. And our government has even decided to change the way they're recording cases, which means fewer cases are going to be reported, which probably means we're not getting accurate figures. I'm not sure if it's me wobbling the camera or the cross stitch that's wobbling. Probably the cross stitch. If you hear any loud bangs, that's my other half changing the beds, flipping the mattresses, and you know, usual stuff. And then you might hear Ellie and Riley. They're playing upstairs. He came to me earlier and said about how do I stop YouTube recommendations. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, on your screen you get recommended videos based on what you've watched before. I said, are you subscribed to them? He said, well, yeah, most of them. Well, there's your starting point then. But as for them popping up on your recommendations, I'm not sure. My other half seems to think if you put a dislike on the video, but so it's not fair to dislike someone's video just because you don't want them to appear on your recommendations. Other than that, I don't know. But he was watching these. I don't even know why he was doing it, because he's such I won't say a scaredy cat, that seems a bit. He's sensitive when it comes to stuff like that. Well, stuff like that. I haven't even said stuff like what. But he's been watching like people post on their titles, scary video, we went into an abandoned building or something. I'm like, why the hell are you even watching that? Because I know he's not like that. He said, but the first one was good, it was funny. Right, okay. Most of his days spent watching people play Fortnite. He loves watching people play Fortnite. And then the second one, because what happens in an afternoon is I let Riley have the telly, I'll put my headphones in and I'll watch a few flash tubes, and he'll just watch what he wants to watch because I've got YouTube on the telly. Anyway, this last week he's taken to watching some man, I think he's American, I've only caught bits, but he does this like little series where he has conversations with his cat, and when the cat meows he speaks for him, and I think his name's Sylvester. But I've noticed, if you heard that, that was my belly. I am so sorry. Anyway, he put him on the other day, and it was like a compilation of all the swear words that he says the cat uses. And I just looked at Riley. What on earth are you watching that for? He says, don't worry, I know they're naughty words and I don't use them. My kids don't half watch some stuff, I tell you. Ellie is gacha mad. She posts videos on TikTok and YouTube. She quite proudly showed me her TikTok followers the other day. She's up at over 1,000. I think she's like 1,500, something like that. She's quite cheeky. She'll say, how many have you got on YouTube? All right, not as many as that, but... But what she does takes ages, because I've sat here. Well, she sat by me once. And like the amount of effort she has to put into one little story, or storyboard, or whatever you want to call it. Missed that bit. Is horrendous. Every time a character moves one step, you've got to take another screenshot, and then you've got to put all these screenshots together, and oh my days. Am I in the wrong one? I think I am. Oh, nuts. Just above. Hold on. Forgive me. 2 seconds. Right, so I'm not in that one, I'm in that. I think I've lost myself. Right, that's there. Then that and that. Then that. I've missed a stitch off the top of there. Okay. I'm not in the wrong place then. Don't you just hate that when you're looking like at your stitching and you're looking at the screen and what you're looking at on your stitching doesn't match what you've got on the screen? And I was working on Animal Kingdom this morning and I had this shape, this rectangle with a leg sticking out or something. And it didn't look exactly the same as what was on the screen, and I couldn't understand why they didn't, the two sides didn't match up. And it turned out I'd missed a whole 3 stitches across the bottom. Yeah, I'd marked them off. I do that quite often. I usually tend to find that's when the kids have been in talking to me. And I've had to go, wait a minute. Well, I never used to, but I do now. I'm just, wait a minute, let me just make sure I've done what I've done and I've marked them off correctly. But I haven't touched this one in a while. This is my mini virus detected piece. Let's do that one so at least I know where I am. Does anybody else do that? They look at the colour that you've missed, and if it's close to the one you're using, I'll just fill it in with the one I'm using. Just because I'm not going to get a whole new, you know, piece of floss out just for one stitch. Why have I gone up there? Oh no. I don't even know what I've done. Oh yeah. So yeah, this week's been busy with stitching so far. Still got a couple of prompts I need to catch up on. But I've got a lot, I think I've already got a lot more done this week than I did last week. Right, okay. I think I am actually catching you with my fabric. So I've got it draped over my arm. And I have noticed I'm only one away from 700 subscribers now, which is beyond belief. It's amazing. Thank you guys. I wouldn't be where I am without you. So I'm going to do, I think I've decided, because I haven't got around to deciding what to do for my 600, because I'm such a muppet. I think I'm going to do a Haid pattern giveaway. You choose one and I'll rack it to you. I think. Oh yeah. My belly. Okay, I've messed up somewhere here. Okay, just give me a minute. Try and figure it out as I'm going. That's the Shuggies. They make noises from time to time throughout the day. It's like they're dreaming, so they'll do their little bark, or their they call it crabbing when they're annoyed. Fascinating creatures they are. There are follows quite a few people on YouTube. We've got a few of them. Oh nuts. Pulled my needle off. And like the routine that they go through during the day, cleaning like the cage and stuff, and all the toys they make for them. I made a few of ours. Right, now that I've done that, I need to figure this out. What have I done? Okay. Let's move it along so I can see. Okay, we've got that. And that and that. Ah. Okay. Gone across the top, but why have I got that there? Do you know what? I don't know. I honestly don't know what I've done. I think I've missed some stitches somewhere. Ah well. I'm hoping you guys can see. I know the light's a bit not very good. We've been having some lovely sunshine first part of the week, and today it's just nope. It's all cloud, and I've got a knot. My dad rang me this morning. He's had both his vaccines now, and so has his wife, so he said he feels a bit happier now it's all done, and pulled it off. Although he said he is aware it doesn't stop him catching it. But at least he knows if he does, he's not going to be as ill. You know, because he is in his 60s. I've pulled it off my needle again. Hopeless. What have I done there? Wow, today started out really well. Looks like it's not going to end up that way. Oh, my coffee. Don't forget your coffee, guys, if you've got one. I do it quite often. And by the time I realise it's cold, you know, when you've got that layer of skin on the top of your coffee. Yeah, quite often my other half will come down and go, "Did you even drink that?" No. One of these times you'll say, "Do you want a fresh brew?" And I'll just, there's no point. There is just no point. But I've been suffering with heartburn. Oh my God, I don't suffer heartburn unless I'm pregnant, and I'm definitely not pregnant. And acid reflux. So I had a look online about, like, as you do, what could be causing it. And coffee is one of the first things that popped up. Now, just lately, my coffee intake has increased because my cup of tea intake has decreased. I'm not liking tea so much at the moment, and it said that can be a cause. So I'm trying to cut down a bit. I didn't say it always works out that well, but you know, I'm trying. Mind you, at least I'm not drinking as much coffee as I would be if I didn't let all my coffees go cold. You can hear the floor creaking upstairs. Don't you just hate it when you get down to like your last however long of thread and it just keeps falling off your needle? Frustrates me. And I'm one of these people as well who tries to make the thread go as far as I absolutely possibly can. And with using the pin stitch or whatever it is to tie in your end, I literally have trouble turning my needle around to put it back through the fabric. But I'm one of these that hates waste. I really don't like waste. So I'll take it as far as I absolutely can. And I've even found a little trick that's quite handy. When you get down so far, hang on, where am I? Yep. When you get down so far and you've only got so much to work with, like you literally can only just about turn your needle around, I slide my thread to the bottom and hold it there, and it gives me just that extra little bit of thread to tie it in. It's amazing. Okay, no, marking off stitches I haven't done there. Is that one? Nope. Okay. There. Yeah, I think I'm going to tie this in a second before I go too much further. Yep. Yeah, I think I can do one more stitch and then tie it in. Yeah, I better tie that in now. Oh, go on. I'm not sure if I've got that. Sounds like Luna's having a fit. Doing a mad dash around the house. There we go. Let's cut that off. One of these days I might actually chop my finger doing that, because I don't look underneath. I use my fingers as a guide. Yep, Luna's just come down the stairs again. I got hiccups now. You hear her feet hit the laminate at such speed. I do apologise. My belly and my throat are making some really weird noises. I swear they wait for me to turn the camera on. They'll go, yeah, that's good. Oops, don't. Ow. Sorry, guys. Okay. I think that's right. I still haven't started my Bugs Bunny either. Finished Marvin last week and I've just not found the motivation to go and sort out the colours for Bugs Bunny and get that started. I might do that tonight. Ow. I've done 4 panels now and there's only 9 altogether. So once I'm halfway down this one, that's halfway. Mind you, I did notice when I pulled the pattern out for Bugs Bunny that it is a lot more colour changing. Just because of his outlining and then his teeth and yeah. It's going to be a bobbin nightmare. But I have to say I do enjoy doing them. Really, really do enjoy doing them. I love that as much as I love cross stitch. So speaks volumes, because cross stitch was my first passion. Nope, I've gone wrong. No, I haven't. I've gone over one too many. Muppet. I have tried a few crafts, to be fair. When my mum passed away, I don't know, became, what's the word? I had regrets because she tried to teach me to knit when I was younger. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. I kept dropping stitches, and I think that just annoyed her a little bit because I was doing it so often. So when she died, I regretted not carrying on. So I used that to spur me on to watch some YouTubes. And Mum taught me the basics, how to knit and how to purl. She hadn't taught me how to cast on. So that's where I started, how to cast on. And from there it just blossomed. So I now know how to knit. And then from there, you know, when you get like video recommendations based on what you watched before, back to that conversation again, crochet videos started popping up. So I thought, you know what, I'll order myself some hooks and I will teach myself to crochet. And that's exactly what I did. And then from there it stemmed into graph cans because crochet videos were popping up. And graph cans are crochet. So the recommendations then jumped to that. And I'm so glad, so glad it did. Otherwise I wouldn't be where I am now. I love designing them. I love putting them together. Because you guys have seen my blankets that I've made over the last year or so. Oops, where am I? Yep. And I keep track of them all as well. Does that make me sad? I've got a little book, and every time I make a blanket, I add it to the list. And I've got photos of nearly all of them. I think I'm only missing maybe one, I think. But yeah, I donated one to a cat charity, and they sold it, which was awesome. And like one for each of my 4 kids, one for the grandson now, and then my sister's friend who wanted one. Why have I got that there? I don't know. I think I really need to take a long, hard look at this cross stitch because I've messed up royally somewhere. But yeah, and then I've done one for my niece, one for my nephew. My niece, who I think she was 18 at the time. She had an absolute passion for Harry Potter, so I found these free patterns online of like the Harry Potter characters, just like their heads and their faces and stuff. And it was done in like a grayscale. That was, oh my god, the worst blanket I've ever worked on so far. Not in the sense that I didn't like it, just in the sense that the colour changes were unreal. Oh my God, though, when I'd finished them, it was well worth it. But while you're working on it, you're kind of thinking, oh my goodness, I've got to add another 2 bobbins here, and then you do a few more stitches, and I've got to add another 3 bobbins here, and just wow. But the wow factor at the end was amazing. She's now also asked me for, oh my goodness, I know the character's name, but I can't remember the film he comes from. Jack Skellington. The Nightmare Before Christmas? I could be wrong, but she's asked me for another blanket now of that. So I'll have to, mind you, she asked me a while ago. I'll have to make sure she still wants me to. And then my sister's friend still wants another 3 blankets. I think she's got 5 kids. It's 4 or 5, and I've done 2. One was a halo. One was a My Little Pony. I should actually make these into PDF patterns and sell them for Grafgan. Yeah, people who make Grafgans, yeah. I should sell them as PDFs. That halo one took me ages, but I was just overthinking it. I do that quite a lot. And I'm not the best drawer. I will hold my hands up to that. I'm not the best drawer, but when it comes to something, you know, that's fairly plain and easy, like the halo helmet, I can draw it and design it out and put it into an app where I can print it out or something. It's worth a thought though, isn't it? I might as well do them for everyone else to enjoy as well. I do them for Kelly as well. She's my best friend, and I taught her how to do the blankets. And then she hates drawing. Absolutely hates it. So when she's been asked for a blanket by someone, she'll tell me what she wants and I'll sort it out, draw it out, whatever. So I have to design for me and her. And then obviously the pattern goes into my folder then, in case anyone else asks for one. So I've got it at hand. And I don't tend to draw on my pattern either, like cross lines out and stuff. I use a piece of card that's like got one flat edge, and I lie it across the pattern. And I write the rows on the pattern, obviously, so I know where I am. So I never have to draw on them. Because if I did, then I'd have to photocopy them, you know, or print them out a second time, depending on what I've done with it. Usually I've just drawn it out on squared paper. Right, that's there. Right, 34 minutes. I'm not going to keep you much longer. But I will apologise again that it's late. You know how it is when you get kind of carried away with this stitching. I do that quite a lot. And I know on a Tuesday I can't do it in the morning because Rob's always downstairs. Tuesday afternoon he's upstairs doing what he wants to do while I stitch. And then just yesterday, I don't know, Riley came down and went, can I have the telly? Yeah, go on then. And I just put my headphones in as I normally would. And I think that's how it got forgotten. I was just on a roll. you should never stop yourself if you're on a roll. Who knows when you're going to get that back. But it is what it is. I'm so sorry, guys, all the knocking and bouncing around you've been doing. My best advice is to just stitch along. Don't look at the screen. Hello, Luna. Riley's just let Luna in. Find a cushion, girl. Have I just... Yes. That's my rug. Luna. You got a scratching post in the kitchen. You got a scratching post upstairs. Yet you still choose my rug. I was half awake the other night when she came in my room, because I give them like the freedom of the house at night time. I just don't. I'd rather they were in than out. And half asleep, but I heard her doing her usual furball cough. And I always know when she's done, when she's actually brought up a furball. It's a different noise to when she hasn't. And I kind of semi-conscious knew she'd brought one up. But oh, what have I done? Under that one. No. Why have I got diagonal to that? Oh, no. Aha. No. I think I need to take a break and figure this out, so I'm going to let you guys go. I don't know what I've been playing at. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, I fail to say this every time, please give it a thumbs up. Stay safe. Take care. And I'll see you on Sunday for FlossTube. Bye, guys.